So I get there, I'm getting mic'd up, and I'm just talking, and he comes in. So he's already on one. He said, I've been waiting a whole year,
right,
to say my piece.
The right space and platform to say his piece.
Yes. Now, a lot of people have said, "Oh, Shannon left so much on the table. Shannon is not a journalist." I never said I was a journalist.
Right.
If you listen in my intro, I said, normally when I say the person that's coming by for conversation and a drink, I'm a conversationalist, not an interviewer. It's a different space.
Yeah, you got to get them in there and let them talk.
He said, you've allowed other people a very safe place. That's why we like coming.
Keyword, safe.
Safe place.
Safe place.
I've also said on numerous occasions, if you want 60 minutes.
Yo, let's just run that back for a second. He's talking about a safe place. So, of course, with, the censorship, everybody's scared to talk about this, that, and the third. Shannon Sharp, Club Shay Shay, there's a couple of the podcasts where, man, expressing yourself freely, talking about the things that involve you or that are current issues that some of the other hosts are scared to touch on, maybe because they won't get the views. It don't cater to their audience, whatever would have you. Club Shay Shay is different, and he proven that. He is making a lot of noise out here in the podcast space as well. So big ups to him. Big ups to him.
If you want Dateline, if you want 48 hours, I'm not the place for you. Right. Go to those places and get those type of interviews. Right. Go to Lester Holt. Go to Nora O'Donnell. Go to, I'm not Mike Wallace, rest his soul. I'm not Ed Bradley, rest his soul. Or Dan Rather, or Walter Cronkite, rest their soul. Tom Brokaw. That's not who I am. Right. So if you want those type of interviews, you need to go to places that have those type of interviews.
Yes, Lord.
Right.
Go there.
Now, the problem is, Katt Williams was my 102nd interview. Conversation on Club Shay Shay. He was the 102nd. Nobody said anything. Oh, but Shannon, you left this on the bone. I've had Magic Johnson. I've had Steve Harvey. I've had Michael Blackson. I've had Cedric the Entertainer. I've had DC Youngfly. I've had a lot of people. Yeah, nobody said anything about pushback and follow-up questions until I got Katt Williams on.
Yeah.
And this thing took off like wildfire. And the people that's commenting, it's like, you got 200 followers. You can't be a journalist with 200 followers.
Right.
Because even people that don't know the journalists, they got at least 4,000 or 5,000.
Right.
Yeah. You're upset that he said everything that he said, and he said it on my platform.
That's all.
And now it's bringing attention to my platform.
That's all.
Just
it
like
is.
I've had Ricky Smiley on. I've had Steve Harvey. You didn't say anything. I didn't push back about Steve when he said things about when his marriage. You didn't say a word. No. When he spoke about his daughter, you didn't say a word.
Yeah.
I asked Cedric about did he steal Katt Williams' joke. You didn't say, Shannon, you didn't follow it up. I asked Ricky Smiley, volunteered. He said, I didn't ask him. He said that he was originally supposed to play Money Mike and Katt was supposed to play Santa Claus.
Right.
He said that. You never said a word about follow-up questions, and I left so much on the bone.
Well, why is you talking like that about Katt? That's the big question. That's what this about. Why are you talking about that with Katt? Why are you criticizing now? Well, that's because they know he knows more than what he can say. But he said enough on your platform. And that's what got you elevating. As well as him elevating. As well as his tickets, his sales increasing. The notoriety of his brand, his person. This is key. This is key.
It wasn't until this video, which is almost at about 11 million views in less than 48 hours. Yes.
Woo!
Now, mind you, Ocho, Steve Harvey's done 9 million views.
Cut it out.
Who else? DC Youngfly is at 4 million.
Stop
Ricky Smiley over 3 million. Magic Johnson over 2 million. I mean, a lot of these videos has gone viral and had viral moments. Nothing is caught fire like this.
Right.
This is what's upsetting them because first of all, he wasn't going to go on it because they don't know. He doesn't want to be. He wants to have a conversation.
See?
He says, you've allowed everybody else to come up here and say their piece.
Yeah.
The hardest thing for me, Ocho, as the interviewer, was the way he started. My thing was, do I interrupt him and get this thing back on track, or do I let him go?
See, when you're interviewing somebody like that, and with the safe place that you do call it, the fact is Katt Williams, or Cedric the Entertainer, are any of these polarizing, iconic figures.
Polarizing, iconic figures. You hear that, right? You know what he's talking about. Tell him, Ocho.
You have to let them get their piece and say what they need to say.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of you having a platform, and him willing to come on your platform to be able to do an interview and tell his truth, is you got to let him go. You can't steer it. You can't steer this one.
That's right.
And so he did 30 minutes before I asked anything. Where you from? How this? Your dad, your mom, brothers and sisters. But he wanted to get that off his chest. And people say, no. He says the truth doesn't need motivation.
No.
That's what he said. He said the truth doesn't need motivation. He said there's God's way and there's that. And if it's not God, it's the wrong way.
Yeah, man, I couldn't agree with that more. But y'all, I ain't gonna hold you. I just wanted to give y'all a little insight on what the aftermath is looking like at Club Shay Shay for interviewing Katt Williams. Man, there's so much controversy and hype surrounding this interview. And of course, there is more evidence to come, and I'm gonna bring it to you.